Hello guys, my name is Zach. I'm 21 years old Russian who left Russia because of the war against Ukraine. And today we're gonna discuss the speech of this freaking clown named Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, who called mobilization in Russia September 21st, 3 days ago. Since Putin lost all of his powers in Ukraine and Russia started to lose its success in Kharkiv direction in Ukraine, Putin was like a rat at the corner and he decided to call mobilization. And let's listen to his speech and just see what he says about it. So firstly, Putin says that the West says that in 1991 they were able to collapse the USSR and now it's time for Russia. As you may see, Putin is saying that the West is in charge of the collapse of the USSR, not because the USSR was not effective machine, collective like economy is not effective at all, not because of it, not because the prices on oil went down and Russia went down from its, addiction on the oil money, not because of it, just because of the West, the enemy West, as usual. They grown up Russophobia, and on purpose in the last 10 years they were growing hate towards Russia. This is so funny. This is really funny because I've been to the US half a year ago as an exchange student, and I was thinking, like, literally, if I would be just an international student and I could decide from what country I would be in the US, it would be Russia, because all the people whom I met, and I like in a group of international students, for example, and Americans, and there were like many international students from like South America, from Asia, from Africa, from Europe, and I was from Russia, and all the time I was literally, oh, you're from Russia, like we don't care about anyone else, just tell us about Russia, because people were so impressed. Like when the Soviet Union collapsed, Russian people, they were liberated in a way, and they could travel the world, but there were still not many Russians in the US, and many Americans, they felt like, oh, we don't know Russia, we want to know more about it, this is so different. In the last couple of years, in the last couple of days actually, in the last couple of months, Putin destroyed everything that Russian people could get with dealing with the civilized world, with the Western world. He's saying they grow in Russophobia. Right now, there is Russophobia, maybe somewhere. But you know why? Because of Putin, because of you, motherfucker. Because you made huge freaking reasons for this. That Russians, nobody wants them right now. He says that the West uses Ukraine as a cannon fodder. Man, are you freaking serious? Like, you're going to mobilize so many young men to go to die, basically. To die because you don't have equipment, you don't have military equipment, you don't have tanks, you don't have nothing except the cannon fodder. And you are saying that the West is using Ukrainian soldiers as cannon fodder. This is just so cynical. What's curious is he said that, as it was before, the main purpose of the special military operation is to liberate Donbass, like the main goal. I guess like taking Kiev was an additional goal. The main goal is like Donbass, of course, but 24th of February, we like literally were like 10 kilometers from Kiev and trying to siege Kiev. It was like additional, just a small plan, it's just nothing. Like the main goal was not to destroy Ukraine, of course. Nah, Ukraine our brothers, yeah, of course, we respect sovereignty of Ukraine. No, you don't. You wanted to destroy Ukraine, you wanted to conquer Ukraine, you wanted to invade whole Ukraine and to conquer Ukrainian people, to make us your slaves, as Russian Empire, USSR, and Russia does it. He also said that there is oppression in Ukraine against its own people. It's like, it's already like a joke, but it's literally like 1984. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. So I'm not even saying about so many oppressive laws that Russia like literally stamped every single day since the start of the special military operation and before it, and so many oppressive laws that were made through the parliament on the 20th of September. I actually made a video about it before, like a couple of hours of calling mobilization, and I was thinking, yeah, there are some signs of it, like signs of really huge oppression if you resign to go to the war against Ukrainians. It was crazy. It's funny how Putin is trying to make it look like everything follows the Russian law, and those laws were passed by the parliament, and the parliament was elected by the people of Russia, which is bullshit. And he said that, yeah, he's not saying, I call mobilization. No, he's not saying this. He's saying, I think we need to support the decision of the Ministry of Defense in calling partial mobilization. So I'm not saying like, yeah, I call mobilization, go fight for me, go die for me, peasants. No, he's not saying this, which is actually like how it is. He's just saying, I think we need to support the decision. This is like, he needs to fucking write a book. The initial art of saying dumbest things and stupidest things in the most smart manner. He said that the first ones who are gonna be sent to the war are gonna be people with like military experience, like war experience in the conflicts, maybe Chechen wars. What else? Like Syrian wars, I guess. And we already see a bunch of examples when people are being mobilized, being just nobody, not even related anyhow to the military, not being conscripted into the Russian army before, not having any kind of relation to the Russian army, and they being mobilized. This is another topic for a video, but you should know that this mobilization is not partial. That's a total mobilization. In Washington, in London, they directly say to Ukraine to transfer the military actions to Russian territories. So he's saying, yeah, like the West, they are manipulating Ukraine and saying, invade Russia. So this is the way we're gonna do that, like invade it. Yeah, this is the reason why like Germany or the US, they don't give offensive weapons to Ukraine in big scales. This is the reason why Germany doesn't give its tanks to Ukraine, because they don't want Ukraine to invade Russia, right? They don't want like nuclear war, basically. And so Putin is just saying no. No, they are doing everything, giving all its weapons, every soldier to Ukraine to conquer Russia. They already saying, not hiding it, that Russia needs to be destroyed on the battlefield with the future losses of political, economical, cultural, any kind of sovereignty with the next robbery of Russian people. Putin says there is a nuclear blackmail of Russia. NATO, they openly say that they will use nukes against Russia, but those who are saying the statements, they should not forget that Russia also has nukes. What a freaking clown. Can you find any governmental public statements that if Russia does this, we're gonna nuke Russia? Either any small statement by somebody who is like in the government of any NATO countries. I can find so many statements of Dmitry Medvedev, who is an ex-president of Russia, and his posts that if the West doesn't understand, maybe we should they should be aware of the nukes that can blow up on their territories by accident. Now it's not gonna be Russian nukes, but it's gonna be nukes that's just blowing up, so the West gonna be watch out. And this is the guy who is like the member of the Security Council of Russia and not like the lowest position. So basically, here you go, a threat of using nukes. Yes, it's not Putin, but this is an ex-president of Russia who is into the government. Here we go, Putin threats the whole world with nukes. He says that no matter what, if there is a threat towards Russian sovereignty, towards Russian territorial like unity, we're gonna use any kind of means to protect our lands and our people. It's not a bluff. He literally said, it's not a bluff. And the final, the dumbest and the funniest one for the desserts, so to say, is, quote, in our historical tradition, in the destiny of our people, it is to stop those who are eager for the world's domination and those who are saying they're gonna dominate all other nations. We did it before, we'll do it again. This is so funny. Literally, you're invading country, like a separate country, a sovereign country, and you claimed this is a sovereign country. Putin claimed the sovereignty of, he approved the sovereignty of Ukraine so many times that Crimea is Ukrainian. He did it many times publicly, officially. You invading other countries. You were spreading your imperialism. You want to build up Russian empire back. You are imperialist, and you say, we're gonna fight with any world domination. We are gonna fight any imperialists. Fight freaking yourself, idiot. Okay, guys, that was like the Russian, a quick summary of what Putin said. I don't even know, should I pronounce Putin or just clown for the future? Because, you know, that's just more suitable for his personality. So yeah, it was like the Russian. See you on my live streams. I'm gonna live stream every day with the updates from Russia. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.